Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Joey Marchi from urbanjacksonville.info. And last week I wrote a post about seven ways the Times Union can improve and also improve Jacksonville.com. And one of the things that I talked about was design, and it's something I've talked about before. Um, Specifically the drop-down menus on Jacksonville.com. And I wasn't the only one who complained about these. So what I wanted to do was kind of take a look into that more. So let's go look at the menus and talk about those for a second, and one of the reasons why I think they're an issue. For me, as soon as you as soon as you try to bring your mouse down to click on a story, the menus jump right out, and it's kind of distracting and annoying, kind of a usability issue, and that could be addressed just by adding a little bit of logic to have a slight delay on these. So if you did have the intention of clicking and expanding these drop-down menus, then a mouse delay on top of them to activate them might be a good idea. Um, One of the other issues is you'll notice there's no indication of a tertiary flyout menu, which you get here when you mouse over community news. So if I didn't mouse down over community news, then I wouldn't know there were 10 or so items under there. So it's easy to sit back and complain and criticize. So what I wanted to do was take a few minutes and kind of show you guys a different solution, maybe how it could be handled. So we will go look at that now. Here I have a screenshot of Jacksonville.com, and I brought this into Photoshop. And what I did was I used all of the existing menu items in news. So all of these here, all of the community news flyout, the columnist flyouts, and I condensed that into what we'll see next. This. Try to get it all on the screen. If not, I'll just start over here. So you'll see what I did was I emphasized the most important news items: local, Florida, Georgia, business, nation, and I assumed those were the most important because they were highest up in the navigation structure. Next, I pulled out all the columnists and grouped those with a bold label. And finally, community news, being not as important in my mind as columnists, I didn't give them the bold indication of some of the other navigation. So you'll also see that I have a little indicator here to note that we're on the news section, and also if we were in the world area, I have a little arrow pointing to the active main nav and the active secondary navigation. Could also use the breadcrumbs down here to further orient the user. But I think this does a good idea of not using too much space and kind of condensing all the information and giving it all to the user at one time, so they don't have to discover what is in those flyout menus. It's all kind of presented right away. And actually, news is the drop-down menu that had the most number of items. So this layout, although it could be designed a little bit more, could accommodate pretty much any other main navigation that the Times Union has, and all of the elements in there. I'm pretty sure. I did take out obituaries, you'll see under the news area, and the reason why I did that is because there's actually an obituaries drop down up here, and surprisingly I don't have an issue with these drop downs. Times Union is drop down. I think subscriber services and contact us are also drop downs. It's just these main navigation buttons that give me, real fits, and this is my solution to making it better. Thanks a lot.